Hello, you guys. This is Persia 007. It's very unfortunate that I do have to um, talk about this Shane Dawson thing yet again. Um, I do understand what he has done. What was it, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, making jokes about children, pedophile jokes with children in them, doing videos with children in them, making sex jokes, sexualizing children. Um, I do understand what he has done is horrible. What he has done is wrong. And as of today, YouTube has demonetized, I think, all three of his channels from ad revenue or something like that. He's been demonetized on this YouTube platform. To me, I think that is punishment enough. I do understand he went against the Smith family with jerking off to the picture of Willow Smith. That is very despicable. Doing it to a celebrity's daughter is one gutsy move. Of course, back in 2012, or whenever this leaked video was recorded, uh, he didn't realize what the hell he was doing. Shane Dawson did not realize what the hell he was doing when he was doing that. Now, whether he had a mental problem or not, or he was abused as a child or not, as I said in my last video, he cannot use that as an excuse on this. I feel bad that Shane is getting canceled now after all these years, that he's going to have to emotionally go through all of this. But on the flip side, that he had it coming, doing everything that he did, making these offensive jokes about race, uh, making jokes about pedophilia or about pedophiles against children, whatever it is, uh, sexualizing a child uh, picture on the poster, or I should say, sexualizing Willow Smith picture of a poster hanging up in his house or whatever it was, in his room, whatever back then. Um, what Shane Dawson needs to do, and Shane Dawson, if you're watching this video, this is what I want you to do. You need to make a full-hearted apology all over again. You need to be sorry for everything you have ever done on this platform, from offensive jokes, uh, dark humor that you may have done with children on your videos that you have taken down. You need to atone to that. You need to um, apologize for sexualizing Willow Smith. You need to apologize for uh, talking dirty. Excuse me. Talking dirty to your cousin, talking about sex when she was only 12 years old. That is a school's job to do, not yours. You need to apologize to the internet for that. Only thing you have apologized for was for the offensive racist jokes that you've done, and some of the dark humorous things you've done, maybe your sketches or whatever you did back in the day. But you did not atone for what you've done to Willow Smith and to all these pedophile accusations that you are being accused of in these videos that are being leaked on you right now. Um, you could have just done that from the start, and your cancellation could have been a little easier for you, or you could have stopped your own cancellation if you were made a decent enough apology video to where people would actually believe your apology. Uh, so I wish you, Shane Dawson, the best of luck. I hope for the best for you. I know you have made a lot of money on YouTube, you're living at large out in California somewhere, and I do hope you continue to hopefully become a better person than what the internet is portraying you now. And I'm pretty sure you're most likely will be sued by the Smith family, most likely, for what you've done. And I wouldn't be surprised if um, you wind up in one lawsuit after another. Uh, I do understand. Back years ago, you were young. You were in your early 20s. You made some mistakes. You made some horrible mistakes when it comes to sexualizing or making racist jokes or whatever it might have you. I did, you guys. I'm gonna move on now. I did watch the Shane Dawson video confronting my dad. I'm bringing this up because he is bringing up child abuse, him being brought up in a broken family as an excuse. He confronted his mother on camera. He did a little docu series about confronting his family. Only one I saw where he confronted his father, and his father explained to him why things were the way they were. Uh, so apparently, his father told him that he wanted to spend more time with his mother, and he didn't really want to mess with any kids. He really did not want to have any kids. So that's why he did not pay attention to Shane when he was a younger child or a young boy. And his father left him, I guess, 10 years of his life. His father was not in his life. Um, but he reconciled with him in that trailer on the beach. They had a cookout. They cooked. They did the barbecue. They talked about good times they had, when he was a child. I don't think his childhood was as bad as he claims to be. Maybe there may have been a few incidences where he had maybe a little bit of trauma or something he just never got over. But I don't see where any of that relates to this sexual behavior that he displayed on the internet with these last 8 to 10 years ago. Um, these videos of him sexualizing Will Smith and doing these nasty uh, sexual uh, talks with his cousin and doing all these racist things on joking and stuff like that, and just being dark humor altogether. Now, I see his father as being a pretty good guy. Now, he was wrong for leaving the family, or I should say, deserting the family for 10 years. He was wrong for that, but I think he owned up to it by reconnecting with his son, and he was a good man for doing that. And but I could see where that could have messed him up. His dad being out of his life for 10 years, I could see how that could have messed him up in some way or form or shape or whatever it may be. When he did the Happy Fatherless Day video, I kind of cried because he said that if you have a dad, show him how much you love him, and he must have done that at the time where he wasn't communicating with his father, and it made me very sad and was depressed a little bit. That's why every day I'm thankful to be living with my dad and my mother in the same household every single day. I'm glad my two parents are living in the same house, and I get to see them each and every day. I get to say hi to them, I get to say good night to them, I get to say I love you, and they get to say that back to me. And some kids or grown men or grown adults don't get that chance to where they're living with both of their parents. Usually one parent dies or both of the parents have died, or they're either divorced or separated and they're not on good terms, or the parents are not on good terms with their children, and the children never get to see their mothers or their fathers ever again. And that's a very sad fact. And so him saying that you need to spend time with your dad and show him how much you care is very much true. You need to understand that, because one day your parents may not be here. Um, your dad could be here one day, could be gone the next. Your mom could be here today and be gone a week later. You just never know. You could die from sickness, injury, accident, anything. Anything could take you. So um, you should always love your parents. You should always appreciate your parents. Every time they buy you clothes, shoes, put food on the table, you should thank them every time you are given something, because they know you appreciate them, and they're going to appreciate you back by showing you their love and their support, and they'll also give you things when you deserve them. That is, and you have to earn your stuff by doing chores around the house, or if you go into work, bringing money in to help the family out, and then they'll show you their appreciation for it, and they'll be loving towards you. That's all you got to do. And if your parents are alive and you're not in good terms with them, maybe you need to figure out a way to reconnect with your family and hash out whatever it may be that was the issue at the time, and maybe sort things out to where you can be on good terms and make it to where you can be part of a family again, and where your family was once broken but now it's fixed. That's what it should be. And I felt Shane Dawson put his broken family back together when he talked to his mother and his father. And that's the main thing. I didn't see the one about confronting my mother. I'm going to watch that probably sometime this week and see what that was all about. And then he did a few others. Did another confrontation about his first love and all that stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to watch that or not. But it has to do with his real life or something. So it's a docu-series. I don't know what the name of the series is, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Shane Dawson's upbringing could have caused all of his problems here on YouTube, on why he sexualized children on here, and why he did offensive jokes such as racism or anti-Semitic jokes or whatever it may be? Do you think him having a broken family could have had something to do with it? I don't know. I don't know if I would even be able to use that as an excuse. I know he didn't have a father figure in his life for 10 years, so maybe that had something to do with it. But, I don't know. I just hope he learns his lesson. He can make it through this and hopefully come back renewed. And he's going to have to win his trust over again with his fans and his supporters and his sponsors. He's going to have to win their support back. He's going to have to earn their trust all over again, if he's even able to do that. He's going to have to beg Target to put his books back on the shelves, saying that everything he did was no ill intent, that what he did was dark humor and joking, and he just made a mistake, that he showed his sponsors, his marketplaces, that he made horrible decisions, that he was arrogant as a 20-something-year-old kid, 20-something-year-old man, college kid, making poor decisions, bad choices. And when you're in your 20s, you kind of are out on your own. You don't really know what to do with yourself, and you're free from your parents' house, and you think you could do everything you want, and then you offend people, and that's what happens. So I just don't know what to think. But after seeing today's video on Twitter, on his Instagram, him freaking out about another person coming forward about him canceling, I think it was James Charles, on accusations of predatory behavior, which I guess might be proven to be false. I don't know. I don't even know who James Charles is. I think he's another YouTuber, a fashion YouTuber, I think it is. But man, if he got somebody canceled and there's no evidence to back up the claims, I think that would have been very shitty thing to do on Shane's part, and maybe that's why he got called out on it. Who knows? But I hope this Shane Dawson thing blows over soon, and he can atone to everything he's done, get punished, lose his AdSense, whatever it might be, win people back over, show people that he can be trusted, earn people's trust back, and get people to believe that he's not the person that he once was. This dark, humorous person that says offensive jokes and racist jokes, if even, and sexualizing minors, and stuff like that. If he could, prove to people that he's actually changed like he did in his accountability video, then we would believe his apology that he originally posted a few days ago. So that's what we're asking him to do. We're asking him to show us that he has changed. Show us proof that you've changed, Shane Dawson, not that you can delete your old content and think you're going to get away with it and delete your tweets because you said some hurtful jokes or you said some dark humorous things that you know are going to get you in trouble, and just because you're sitting in you're living in millions of dollars in your checking account and you've got nice mansion and probably a few cars maybe and all the women that you probably ever wanted, that's not going to buy you out of this cancellation. Your money's not going to buy you out of your deep pit you're in right now. So you being canceled, this could have ended your career big time. We may never see you on here again. And I do believe you do deserve to have your monetization disabled. I really honestly do, because at least you're being punished for what you did back when. Now it's better being canceled than actually going to jail, going to prison, and getting beat up by a prisoner because you made some joke about a young girl, online, or you are sexualizing a poster of an 11-year-old girl on your wall. That could be something that could get you uh, wig split in prison. I hope you understand that, Shane Dawson. Uh, so I hope this doesn't become criminal. This don't go to actual law enforcement and all this stuff, because that just proves, if it ever does, that he's probably done something more serious than what's out there already. Will the law enforcement get involved? They could, if they wanted to investigate. They probably could. But I imagine the FBI would probably be the first to actually look at the case. But I just don't know if there would be enough evidence for that to be. But I always wonder if the local authorities could possibly be involved with this or get involved in this if this controversy gets widespread enough. It's already on Fox News, Washington Post, CNN, all the major online newspapers have got this thing. Shane Dawson, you're in serious fucking trouble, my dude. You're in serious trouble. And I feel you may have manipulated us for years. And then trying to use your past to get out to get out of jail card. I just don't try to manipulate us and saying I've had so rough growing up. You've already went through that. You've already confronted your parents about your troubled past. That should be done and over with. Yeah, what happened to you was sad. We had pity on you back then, but no, we can't have pity on you now because all this stuff is coming out on you now. So you gotta quit with the bullshit on I had a troubled upbringing. I'm damaged. You need to admit that what you did was wrong, and you're 100% at fault for it. And you deserve to somewhat be canceled and lose your revenue because of what you did. That's what I call online punishment. You're being punished by YouTube for all the stuff that you've done in your past, and we're just going to have to see what goes from there. Now, on for the sake of Onision, I wish they would have done the same thing for Onision when his victims came forward, but he's still online, making videos, jumping into the Shane Dawson situation like it's really any of his concern. The only thing he ever did was kiss Shane Dawson at VidCon. That's the only thing he ever done. So I don't know why he's so worried about Shane Dawson going down the tube when he himself was canceled months ago for his accusations of sexual exploitation of minors, human trafficking, and grooming, and all this other stuff, and abusing women that these women that were at his place and now have already came out and came forward. So I don't know. I just hope this Shane Dawson thing clears out and things return back to normal and get better. And I wish Shane Dawson the best, and I hope things get better for him. And I hope he learns a very hard lesson, and he needs to look at himself in the mirror and say, what do I need to do to change? What have I done? What have I really done to make this online community a better place? You know, what can I do to be a better person and maybe come back and start over is what he should do. And he could still continue to do his docu-series and do his TV if he wants to be on TV, you know, he could still do all that. But he needs to get people on his side, get support, and he needs to admit everything that he did wrong and atone to it. That's his problem. He's not owning up to everything he has said and done. He's only owning up to certain things, poor jokes, bad taste in judgment when it comes to racism and all this other stuff. But the more serious stuff, he's not really discussing. So he needs to make another apology video. He needs to be more sincere. He doesn't have to cry or anything, but he needs to be more sincere and say that I'm sorry, and maybe say, can you please forgive me? I will do whatever I can and show you guys that I can do better. And then he could go by that. So this is just my opinion about the Shane Dawson thing. I've been talking about this guy, this video creator, for the last 2 to 3 days. So I probably won't say much more about Shane Dawson. I'm just going to let it rest for a while. I don't want to YouTube thinking I'm harassing this guy by making tons of videos on Shane Dawson like Onision did. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be another Greg doing all this crap. So this will be the last one for a very long time. Anything I have to say about Shane Dawson, I'll just put it on my Twitter or something and go from there. So you guys are going to be signing off now. I hope you guys for the best. Wear your mask out there. COVID cases are going up. They're saying that we could hit 100,000 cases per day if we don't start doing our social distancing, wearing our mask. We're going to end up spreading that virus worse than it already is. So go out there, be healthy, keep other people safe by doing what you're supposed to do on your social distancing and face covering, and wash your hands. And again, if you feel sick, stay home for whatever reason. I don't care if you got the flu, if you got the allergy, stay home, because you just never know when you get infected. You just never know. So just keep your other people in mind when you go out and shop and run your errands or go to work, you know. And wish you all the best this holiday, 4th of July holiday week. You guys be safe going out there on your 4th of July celebrations on Saturday, and wish you all a good work week that go to work on here. And thank you for everything you do for us here in this country, for going to work every day, making products, sending products out, driving trucks, whatever it may be. Thank you for it. And you guys have a good night. Goodbye.